So this morning, on Saturday, I've kind of blocked out some time to build up some cold email campaigns for myself, for my own offers, and for some of my one-to-one clients. And whilst I was building up the cold email campaigns, I thought, hey, let me make a video about cold emails. Now, the point of the video is to tell you that whether you're just starting out within your journey, or whether you're already making some types of money with your agency or a service-based business, then you should really double down on cold emails, right? Throughout the past 3 years that I've been running my digital marketing agency, I've been able to scale two of my offers, one in the e-com space and one in the home improvement space. Cold email has probably been the best acquisition method so far, right? And I've tried everything. I've tried cold DMs. I've done some cold DMs. I've seen some success with cold DMs in terms of getting appointments and closing clients. LinkedIn outreach, I've done that. Cold calling, I've even hired cold callers in the past. And also a little bit of manual outreach as well on like Facebook groups. And I've always went back to cold emails, right? Just because of, I guess the ease of setting up, your cold email system, but also how effective it is that you are able to essentially get right in front of your target audience. And if you're able to position, let's say, the right offer to the right person at the right time, you are no doubt gonna schedule that appointment and close that appointment or deal. So now my experience with cold emails, has been up and down. When I first started, I signed up for a Lemlist account, and I would send like 50 to 100 emails a day through that, obviously all automated. I remember at some point I was also doing some manual emails, but I was kind of like testing the manual approach and the automated approach with Lemlist, kind of stuck with Lemlist, but it didn't really work out. I remember only booking in like one appointment within the e-commerce space with Lemlist. So then I kind of had a slow month where, there was just no traction happening, no appointments being booked, nothing really happening within my agency. And then I've actually met my first mentor who helped me with setting up my cold email campaigns, running them, and essentially showing me how everything works. And back then, I never really, knew that you can send so many emails on a daily basis. So when my mentor came across and kind of showed me everything there is to, running high volume cold emails, my agency just changed from there, because I was able to sign my first couple clients with cold emails in the e-commerce space, right? And then I've been able to grow my agency to 10K per month, 10, 13K per month with cold emails with my first e-com offer. And then I was running that. I think the highest point we got is to 15K per month. And then last year I started up my home improvement offer, and I was able to scale that to 25K per month, and it took me like 60 days or so. Now, I'm not telling you all this to brag, but I just want you to kind of understand what's possible if you do it right. And I'm about to tell you how to do it right. So the way you make cold email successful for you is, again, by having the right offer, right? Placing it at the right time to the right person. Now, a lot of people struggle placing that offer in front of a person because of deliverability issues, right? These days, there's so many deliverability issues that it's getting harder and harder to land in the primary inbox. And the second thing is that, if you are able to position your offer in front of your audience, that audience just doesn't reply to you and never schedules that appointment. So these are the two main things that stop people or agencies from being successful with cold emails. Now, to tackle those 2 points, let's start off with the offer itself, right? Now, I've seen a lot of cold emails. I've seen a lot of copies. I've seen a lot of offers out there. And the most common thing, right, that people get wrong is that they think a cold email is like a pitch, right? It's a pitch to your services. It's a pitch to your agency or what you do, right? I've seen so many emails that start off with like a personalized first line, and then it would go on to like uncovering a problem or like stating a problem or trying to make the person problem aware. And then they tell you, we have this amazing system. We are a company based in XYZ and we've got this, many clients and we've gotten them this results. We would love to do the same for you because we checked out your website and so on, right? And you got to think of your prospects when you're reaching out to them as people, right? They are at the end of the day real people. Now, if that person gets 10 emails like that on a daily basis, and then you're the 11th person that reached out to them with the same sort of email structure and offer, they're just not going to read through it, right? Because they've already gotten used to all these bad email copies that they receive. So they will just either mark you as spam, archive your email, or never open it. So a real way to do it is just get straight to the point, right? People, especially business owners, if you're targeting business owners, they just don't have time, right? So if you are reaching out to them, just get straight to the point, right? You don't even need to add all of this fake personalization, right? People know that this personalization is fake, so you don't need to, necessarily waste your time on that. So just be direct, right? Tell them what's in it for them to jump on a call with you, right? That's how you got to think about it. What's in it for the other person to jump on the call with you, right? And then whilst you're coming up with an offer to get them to jump on a call with you, you got to ask yourself, okay, if I was in their shoes and I received this exact email, would that be enticing enough for me to reply and even jump on a call? If your answer is like no, or if you're doubting yourself a bit, then it's not a good offer, right? Then go back and rewrite it again. And it all comes down to really understanding your ICP, right? Your ideal client profile and your market. That's why in so many of my videos, you see me preaching market research, because this is a step a lot of people skip out on, right? They just jump straight into creating an offer based on assumptions, straight away trying to outreach to as many people as possible, but they don't do the initial market research. Now, if you truly understand your ICP, you are then going to be able to understand what do they actually want. And if you understand what they actually want, you're going to be able to craft an offer that they would actually respond to. You see what I'm talking about? So with that being said, look at your offer right now or your email copy if you're running any cold email campaigns and ask yourself, would I read this? Would I respond to it? Is there any incentive for me to actually respond to it? If the answer is no, or if you're getting a little bit of doubt, then go back and rewrite it, right? Because then I can assure you, if you're having doubts, your prospect is just not going to open it. Now, the next point I want to bring up to see success with cold emails is understanding sending platforms. You gotta be able to understand or have some sort of technical understanding of how Google, Outlook, and all the other major sending platforms actually work. How do the spam filters work, right? And once you understand how these ESPs work, or like how these spam filters work, you're gonna be able to essentially understand, okay, like I need to do this to stay out of spam, I need to do that to have good deliverability, and so on, right? So you're gonna start, I guess, knowing what to do when it comes to, making sure that you're actually landing in the primary inbox. The next thing that helped me a lot with my cold emails is, when it comes to building up the lead list, you gotta be sure that this lead list are people who would resonate with the offer, if that makes sense. So you gotta be super hyper focused and hyper targeted with the lead list that you're building, so your offer is sort of super relevant to them, right? It resonates with them, right? So for example, let's say I was an e-com brand and I was running Facebook ads, but I was not doing email marketing, right? Then if someone came up with an offer and said, hey, let me do a free workflow or like a free email design, that would entice me, because I know that I'm running Facebook ads, I'm spending so much money on ads, but I'm not sort of reaching out to those customers through email. That's going to resonate with me more, right? So that's what I mean by having a hyper targeted lead list and having your offer super relevant to that specific lead list. So that's kind of the things that you should, I guess, keep in mind when building up your cold email campaigns and sending stuff. And also you got to be able to test stuff. So test your offers, right? Test your angles, see which angle is the outlier, and then take the outlier, create more iterations of that, and then take those iterations, test them again until you're able to book a good amount of appointments. And once you're able to book a good amount of appointments, then you can scale up, right? So yeah, I mean, this is basically, I think, everything you need to know, right, in a nutshell about cold emails. And I still think that when it comes to client acquisition, for the people that are within, the stages of, making $0 a month, $10K a month, 15K, 20K, 25, 30, 40, 50K per month, cold email is still the best acquisition method, right, that you can implement for your business, right? And then once you reach obviously 80K, 70K per month, you can look into paid ads because you have more sort of leverage to spend more on ads, right? Because paid advertising can be expensive and you need to really be ready to burn a lot of money when it comes to running ads. So you got to be ready for that risk. And the only way you can be ready for that risk is by building up your cash flow. And the way you build up your cash flow when you first start out is through cold emails, right? So yeah, I hope this video gave you some sort of value, if any value. But if it did, do let me know. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comment section below and I'll make sure to answer them. But apart from that, I'll see you guys on the next video.